It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection.
Hi, welcome back to the Great Alaskan Journey. This is an update on our garden behind me. So let's get going in there. Okay, so right now, we actually have soaker hose going through our whole entire garden for our irrigation system. Right here we have is our mystery plants. We really don't know what they are. I think they're flowers.
Yeah, they don't look like a vegetable.
They don't. They're kind of cool looking though, kind of bushy. But as we make our way down this way, we have our corn growing, which we're really excited about. We don't actually expect to get any corn from it. It's more just a vibe for us. It's kind of cool to have.
Well, we'll get corn, but it won't be able to grow long. Yeah.
But still, it's kind of cool just to grow corn.
Fun.
It's fun. And ants are eating our strawberries. Is our gorgeous strawberry plant. It's kind of cool. We are getting strawberries from it if the ants don't get to them. And we make our way down. Here is chamomile. It's not really growing as far as I can tell still. We're not sure if we'll actually get... Oh yeah, there's a sprout. So that's cool. The Alaska state flower growing in here. The forget-me-nots. These are gorgeous flowers. So right here what we have is our mint, which is...
I can smell it from here.
Oh, smells great. And then we have our oregano right here.
I forgot what kind of oregano, but...
Yeah. Then we make our way down, and this is currant.
Baby random lettuce. Currant.
Okay, and then we have our carrots right here. They just started growing. Then we make our way down. Now we have dill kind of like everywhere here. We have some in our greenhouse out here, down this way. We just grew way too much, but we didn't want to just throw them out. And then right here is our chives. Love the chives.
So pretty.
And down at the end is our rhubarb growing.
And a couple onions.
And a couple onions.
Okay, and in our second row, we have a cluster of onions. So, yeah. Next to the onions, we have our second batch of peas. Our first batch of peas, we started in January, February, March, April. And we planted them way too early and they did not last. So, but this is the size they were when we first did our first batch. But these ones are doing awesome. Basil out here, we did basil outside and in the greenhouse just to see which one would do better. They're not the best looking basils. I just trimmed all like the leggy parts off. So we'll see if it bushes back up. And then next to the basil, we got a lot more dill. And just the past couple of days, they've really sprouted and taken off. They were looking very sad when we first planted them, but they came back really strong. The dill, we have cilantro, and this was also looking very sad, but it's starting to come back really good now. They're all standing up perfectly good. Some type of flower, I totally forgot what kind of flower it is, but there's a little head in there, so that'll be sprouting in the next couple weeks. We have more lettuce, well, the first batch of lettuce, next to our raspberry bush that we got from the farmer's market. This looked very, very sad the first day we got it, but we read online if you just soak it really good when you first plant it, they'll come back, and it came back. So that's exciting. And then we just did some sunflowers to see if we can get some sunflower seeds this season, which would be super fun to do. Only 3 of them sprouted. I think I tried doing like 6 of them. So 3 out of 6, not too bad.
And over here we have more onions. I guess we're gonna have a lot of onions, so that's all right. As long as we properly cure them, then we'll have onions for days. Then down here we have our, I don't know how to put this nicely, our barely surviving cucumbers outside. Now, some of them feel dry and dead, but they're still having these little green leaves growing.
New blossoms.
Yeah, they're still growing blossoms. So we're not going to touch them. We're just going to kind of see what happens. If we don't get any cucumbers out here, that's all right. We have plenty more inside our greenhouse. We're still learning, so that's all I can say for that. Yeah, this is kind of the sad part of the garden right here.
Yeah.
So as we make our way down, Jacob got this gorgeous flower. I can actually see the buds are starting to sprout or spread open, so that's kind of cool. And next to that, we have a different type. These are the rainbow carrots right in this area. So actually, these are I'm really excited for these.
Because they're like purple and yellow and white, I think.
It's just kind of fun. I mean, if you're going to be doing this, have some fun with it. So let's make our way down to our beet section. These have really taken off now. I just love doing this. That is amazing. They're strong, healthy. We did lay down a lot of calcium before, and it's given it its strength. And with the wind, it's really helping these stand up and be strong plants now. So let's make our way down from there. Broccoli. Love this. These just make our garden look so cool. They're incredible. They're looking great. I don't see anything wrong with them.
No.
They're really performing well for us for our first time doing it.
We're gonna have a lot of broccoli.
Yeah, so they say, I think 5 plants will do a family of like 4 for like a season.
Yeah.
So we have like 15 plants. We'll figure something out.
And then in our 4th row, we have our very proud lettuce. We're so excited about this because we thought we lost all of our lettuce. And then about a week and a half after, they really started to bush up again. We kind of did like 4 seeds in one cell, so they're pretty scrunched together, and we didn't separate them when we planted them, but it seems that they're doing fine. We're making sure we give them enough fertilizer to divide into each other. Hashtag first time gardening. And yeah, we're really excited about the lettuce. It looks so vibrant and beautiful.
It really does.
But yeah, that's the lettuce. This beautiful flower that we also got from the farmer's market just bloomed like last week, and they're so like, I don't want to call them neon, but they're just like screaming purple, and like, so it's like a rainbow of purples. Yeah. And then iconically next to the purple flower, we have our purple kale, and we have a lot of kale. I think we have more kale than any other plant here, and they're doing great. Again, we have like 3 kale plants in one bunch, so we're gonna see how they turn out. Maybe we'll just pick out the ones that are smaller and aren't performing as well, but I'm really excited because it's gonna be a lot of juicing, because I don't think I can consume this much sick kale. At the very end, this flower just bloomed like 2 days ago. It's really pretty. And then in all the ends of the rows, I did random wildflowers, so they're finally starting to pop through. And if they didn't make it, they didn't make it.
And over here in this section, we have all potatoes.
I'm excited about the potatoes.
I'm super excited. Now, we had no clue what was going on with our potatoes at the time. And now they gave us their first signs of life. If you look at these ones down here, where the starter potatoes were really long, they actually grew the leaves now, so that's a good sign. And then if we can make our way down here, these started popping through.
We have 4 varieties.
Or 4 varieties. Okay, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
But everything is starting to show signs of life for our potatoes, because you just kind of have to wait with potatoes. Never grown them, so.
Never grown anything.
Yeah, but they're starting to pop up everywhere if you come along here. And then right down here, there's a huge, like, bushel of them. Like, I'm not sure, like, kind of crazy. But, and then if you actually look at the perimeter of the garden, our daisies are in full bloom right now.
Full bloom.
They're gorgeous.
All right, so now we're in the greenhouse. And in the greenhouse is it's a 10 by 10 greenhouse, and we tried to fit as much as we possibly could in here. So in this whole row, we have hot peppers. And then when we were talking about the cucumbers earlier, we kind of did sporadic cucumbers throughout. Like there's one right here. There's another one down here on the end. So that whole row is hot peppers, another cucumber, more dill. So in the back here, we have all of our bell peppers. I think we have maybe about 20 of them. In this middle row here, we basically planted dead tomato plants, and ever since we planted them, they've really just totally came back for us and came back to life. And with all of the fertilizers that we used, I think really helped.
The fish fertilizer. I mean, that's where everything started really growing strong, was just like a couple of days after you did the fish.
Liquid fish fertilizer.
Yeah.
In this little pot, we have more cilantro because we were trying to see what does better outside and what does better in the greenhouse. I think the cilantro does better in the greenhouse. Third row, we have a variety of different things because we didn't plan on having this much stuff. Another random lettuce, a couple cucumber plants. This one's really big. A random basil. I think this one's a bell pepper.
Yeah.
More dill. This one's really tall. Tomato, some more hot peppers, tomato, bell peppers, and then we did some more cilantro on the end. And I guess there was a lettuce seed with the cilantro, so we have a random lettuce plant there. And I don't want to like rip it out unless it takes nutrients from it. And then just some more basil. Basil is not the best for, I think basil also might be close to the cucumber status this year because they're very leggy and not performing that great.
Yeah. Okay, the one thing that we're really excited about is the giant cabbage, because we never thought we were gonna grow this, but our friend Gail, she gave us the starter plant for it, so we said, why not? And here it is. It has grown a lot, and we now have to actually start looking at all the info on growing the giant cabbage, which Gail gave us. It's just, you kind of have to take good care of these in order to be successful, to get a good hearty, like what we're hoping, 40-pound cabbage from it. You got to really make sure you take care of it.
Yes.
We're going to move it to a bigger pot, but we're going to keep it in a pot though altogether because we were told you could do that. It doesn't
almost
matter.
like a
you
barrel.
just need to give it the space. That's
Yeah.
all. But that's all we have for our gardening today. Everything is really growing. I'm super happy with the tomatoes. We're gonna have to start hanging all like the twine and getting this all for the support. I know that we put them pretty close together, but if you support them with like a stick and secure them to the stick, you can grow tomatoes a lot closer together. So that's what we're doing, and we're gonna get that set up later on. But thank you so much for watching our update video on our garden. It is really starting to take off, and we are super excited to see what happens next. Thank you so much for joining us. If you like what you see, please subscribe, click the like button, and leave a comment down below. Have a great day.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark.